Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations and I'm Nova. I'm so glad you decided to join me today on Vlogust 11th, or the 11th Vlogust video. Today I am just working on a couple of things, namely that present that I talked about in some of my other videos for a birthday party that I have on Saturday. So this is for a going to be 5-year-old who is absolutely obsessed with Star Wars. I found a YouTube tutorial for a TIE fighter, and that's what I'm using to make this. I will link that down below in the description box in case anybody is interested. So what I've got made so far is, this is going to be the cockpit, and I'm going to be embroidering like the window onto the front of this, you know, in a very simple way, of course. And it's kind of like a little ball shape if you haven't seen or remember what a TIE fighter looks like. It's a ship from Star Wars. And then I've got these two pieces made that are going to go on the sides. I've got 2 of those. And this pattern is really simple, by the way, so I definitely recommend it if you're looking for something easy and you want to make like something Star Wars related for a Star Wars fan in your life or for yourself. And then I've got one side of it made, which is this, and it will go on here. And this might be jogging your memory of what a TIE fighter is, seeing this. And it's also going to have some embroidering on it because the TIE fighter has like little lines that go to the points of the hexagon. So something cool that I did with this right here is where you join at the end. And instead of just doing a slip stitch and it having like this super obvious end, which like you can still see there that it ends, because of it being in a different color all the way around, and then this was where the color I started the new color, but normally it would be like kind of a jarring difference between the colors. But what I did at the end is I slip stitched into the last stitch instead of single crocheting into the last stitch, and then I did that invisible slip stitch into the first stitch of the round, which was something that Mikey on the Crochet Crowd did in the mandala blanket crochet along that we've been doing. I wrote it down and I was going to mention it in case anybody else was interested in this. It is in the crochet mandala stitch along rounds 1 through 10 video, and it's at 25 minutes and 4 seconds in that he starts to show you what how to do this invisible slip stitch. I was just like thinking about it because it always bugs me when there's like a very visible connect, and I was thinking about it and I was like, I remembered him talking in his video about like, oh, you know, we're doing this, that was when we were doing the surface slip stitch row on that mandala blanket. And him being like, you know, if you do like a normal slip stitch end, you could like see where it ends on a slip stitch row, where it connects. And so this is a way to do it so that you don't see it. And you actually use your tapestry needle for it. You like tie off, or like whatever, you pull out your, you cut your yarn and you pull it out and then you put it on the tapestry needle, and then you just basically make a slip stitch, like a faux slip stitch with the tapestry needle into the next stitch. And it makes this really seamless connection. But that was my first time doing it for anything other than the mandala blanket, like specifically that row that he shows us to do it on. So I was like, okay, I don't remember how to do it, but I'm gonna have to go find it. And I was like, I think it was in the first video. And I just kind of scanned through really quickly and figured out where it was. And I wrote it down in the back of my notebook. That way if I want to refer to it again in the future, hopefully over time I'll start to just remember. I mean, even like right now I remember how to do it, but I'm sure by the time I need it next time I'll be like, what was it again? So that was super handy. Already putting to use some of my skills that I'm learning from doing that mandala blanket, which is really cool. But anyway, that's what I'm working on today. And here is, I'm currently working on the other side of the TIE Fighter. I don't know if you'd call this the wing, maybe. But, you know, the other side of it, I think it would be called the wing. And then something else I did, which I don't know if I really think it looks better or not, but the middle of this, let me focus that. The middle of this, you can see where, you know, you change your colors, because you only do 2 rows and then you change your colors. So then you have that like little gap where it's black still. Well, it had it on this one too, but when I went to sew in my magic circle tail, I pulled it to the front and kind of went over it so that it would not show. So I don't know if it necessarily looks better, but it at least looks different. It's more, you know, of a solid circle. And then I'm going to do the embroidered lines to the points. So I think at least for this piece, well, this piece will be another one of these. I think that will look better. But anyway, I thought I would take you guys along for the journey today. Like I said, this isn't my pattern, so I'm not going to be like telling you how I do it or anything, but I will have that linked down in the description if you're interested in making one of your own. But I thought I will work on this and I'll come back and I'll show you guys what it's looking like. So stay tuned. Alright, and here is all of the pieces finished. And the next step is that I need to attempt my best to embroider some lines and circles onto different parts. So moving on to that step. It's done. So I have finished the TIE Fighter. And, you know, I'm not super in love with the way that the embroidering on the sides came out, but that was how it looked in her video too. I was like secretly hoping that mine would look a little bit better than that. But not because there was anything wrong with hers, because hers was adorable and she did a great job with this tutorial. But just because I'm a perfectionist and I really wanted my lines to be straighter, and they not straight. But you know what? It's handmade. It adds character. So here is what the TIE Fighter looks like. So this is the cockpit that I was talking about, and I embroidered, like, this is supposed to be a window, and then these are the wings. They're very straight lines, as you can tell, but it came out nice. It's like really big, and it can sit. So I already gave it the sit test. And I think that this little 5-year-old boy, soon to be 5 tomorrow, or not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, Saturday, is going to love it. So I think this was a mission success. And then I gotta go pick up some popsicles for that lightsaber popsicle koozie that I made, which I am still gonna do a tutorial for, by the way. I'm planning on getting a stand for, or not stand, like a tripod type thing, but not like a tripod, but like one that you can connect to your desk. I'm sure that other YouTubers watching probably have them already, but there's like ones that you can attach to your desk to like angle down at your hands. You can move it all over and angle it however you want to and stuff. So I need to get one of those before I do a tutorial, because I want it to be like, you guys can really see what I'm doing. Right now, I just finagle the angles and try to get the close-up shots I need to by zooming in and possibly having my husband hold my phone, or whatever I need to do to get them. But for like a good, thorough tutorial, it would be fantastic to have that. So, thinking this weekend, I'm going to try to go find one. They supposedly have them at Office Depot, but they also have them on Amazon. So, Office Depot, I will probably check, but if not, I'll probably try to order one from Amazon this weekend. So I have that. And then don't forget, tomorrow is Yarn Fairy Friday, our first Yarn Fairy Friday. So if you've made anything for that and you want to send it to my email will be in the description box below. Feel free to send me any pictures, if you have any patterns you wanted to suggest, things like that. I'm going to put a bank of patterns in the description for people who are wanting to participate, who are looking for easy like hand-sized projects that they can send over for that Yarn Fairy Friday. If you don't know what I'm talking about the Yarn Fairy Friday, I will also put in the description a link to the video where I explained what Yarn Fairy Friday was. I've been putting that in my descriptions, all of my descriptions since then, so that everybody can see that and see what we're doing and get involved if you want to. And no pressure. Nobody has to get involved with this. Even just being in the comments, showing your support, hanging out, that's awesome. That's more than enough. But if you feel like it, you want to do something fun. I like a fun project personally, and I think this is going to be fun. So I'm excited. I've got a couple things made for tomorrow, and one thing that I made, I actually worked up a pattern for, and it's just a super simple beginner amigurumi pattern, so I'm pretty excited about that, and I'm planning on making a tutorial video for that. And that's just for all my people that were saying that they want to get involved, they want to get like dip their feet into amigurumi, but they haven't really done any amigurumi, or they've tried and they like just ended up giving up. I wanted to make something that was simple, straightforward, but you're gonna get like that satisfaction of a finished product. And so I think I can do a good job explaining it, hopefully. We'll see. Hopefully I can get the angles, get the lighting, you know, get everything good, and get that posted for everybody. But I will talk more about that tomorrow, because I gotta save something for Yarn Fairy Friday, some excitement to show you guys. So I'm not gonna spoil it all. But here is the TIE Fighter. Alright guys, I will see you tomorrow. I hope you guys are having a great day. And tomorrow's Friday, Friday. We don't sing that song. Don't sing that song. It's a really dorky song. If you haven't heard of it, it was from like, I'm aging. It was from like 12 years ago. I don't even know. It got popular and it was a very dumb song. Anyways, guys, I will actually let you go now, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!